Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the online coaching. Myself, Chirag Joshi. Dear students, today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, that is animal tissue. Dear students, we have already discussed about plant tissue. Now it's time to discuss about a complex structure of animals that is made up of animal tissue. Each and every tissue I will teach you with the help of a flow chart. Please pay attention, dear students. Animal tissue has main four types, that is epithelial animal tissue, muscular animal tissue, connective tissue, and neuron means nerve cell. Dear students, now what is epithelial? The main point is what is epithelial. Dear students, do you remember in the plant cell we were discussing that our body is being protected, our body is being protected from rain, hot heat waves, and many more things with the help of skin. Dear students, this epithelial tissue means the skin is made of squamous tissue. The skin is made up of squamous tissue. This epithelial tissue is a outer covering of human body. So, epithelial has squamous, cuboidal, uh, column, and ciliated and glandular. Then second comes muscular animal tissue. In muscular animal tissue, striated tissue is there, means voluntary muscles. Smooth muscular tissue means involuntary muscles. And cardiac. Cardiac tissue has heart muscles. Dear students, now the question arises, what is voluntary muscles and what is involuntary muscles? We will discuss this later. Come to the connective tissue. In the connective tissue, first one is fluid. Fluid has two, blood and limbs. Skeletal has bone and cartilage. Proper has areolar, adipose, ligament and tendon. And the last one, very important one, that is nerve cell. Okay, the message is being forwarded to the brain with the help of the nerve cell, and the nerve cell is the largest cell in the human body. Okay, so nerve cell is the largest one. Keep this thing in your mind. Dear students, voluntary means we cannot control that activity, it happens itself. Means we cannot do the willingly things, we cannot stop our breathing, we cannot stop the heart. Okay, we cannot do this thing. Involuntary means walking, we have to walk, we have to give command. So these are the involuntaries. Okay, now epithelial tissue we will discuss, dear students. I have selected some points from the textbook. It's on page number 73, dear students. Epithelial tissue, the covering or protective tissue in the animal body are epithelial tissue. The skin, the lining of a mouth, the lining of body vessel, lungs, alveoli, kidney tubulars are made of epithelial tissue. Please underline and mark in your textbook. Epithelial tissue cells are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. They have no intercellular space, not molecular, no intercellular space. Anything entering or leaving the body must cross at least one layer of the epithelium. Dear students, this was the introduction of epithelial. Now it's time for squamous. Turn the page, 74 page number. The skin is made up of simple squamous epithelial cell. They are thin and flat and form a delicate lining. The esophagus. Dear students, the esophagus means what? In Gujarati, we are saying it as a annadi. The esophagus. Okay. The esophagus and the lining of the mouth are also covered with the squamous epithelium. The skin, which protect the body, is also made up of squamous epithelial. Dear students, the skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. Since they are arranged in a pattern of layer, this epithelial is also called stratified squamous epithelium. Means squamous has two types. One is simple and another is the stratified. Now, let's move ahead. Where absorption and secretion occurs as in the inner lining of the intestine, cells are present. The columnar, meaning pillar-like epithelial facilities movement across the epithelial barrier. Dear students, now one more that we have discussed, that is ciliated. What is the importance of ciliated? This cilia can move and their own movement push the musk forward to clear it. This type of epithelial is called ciliated columnar epithelial. And now it's time for cuboidal. So squamous first discussed, then we have discussed columnar. Okay, now it's time then ciliated, now it's cuboidal. Cuboidal epithelium like cube shape form a lining in the kidney tubule and duct of salivary gland where it provides mechanical support. Okay, so this is present in the salivary gland. Now epithelial tissue folds inward and multicellular gland is formed, and this is known as glandular epithelial. Okay, so this was the epithelial. Now little easy we will discuss, that is connective, very important one, connective tissue. In that connective tissue, first one is fluid. In that fluid we will discuss about blood. Blood has a fluid matrix called plasma, red blood corpuscle RBC, white blood corpuscle, and platelets. So blood contains three things: WBC, RBC, and platelets. The plasma contain, please underline, plasma contain proteins, salt, and hormones. Blood flow and transport what? Blood flow and transport gases, digested food, hormones, and waste material to different part of the body. So blood collects this waste material from different parts of the body. Dear student, the blood is being purified. Purified means oxygen is added in the lungs. Okay, so purification of blood take place inside the lungs. Okay, purification means oxygen is being added. Impure blood means blood which contain carbon dioxide. Pure blood means contained oxygen. Okay, now it's time to discuss. We will discuss, we have discussed only blood, limbs is remaining. Now I am coming to the skeletal, and in the skeletal I will discuss bone. Okay, bone is another example of connective tissue. It forms a framework that support the body. The main organ of the body, it is a strong, non-flexible. You are knowing bone cannot be flexible. Okay, so bone is non-flexible tissue. The advantage of this property for the bone is that it is harder. It becomes harder. Bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix that is composed of calcium and phosphorus. Dear students, for the bone to be a strong, you need to drink milk at least 2 glass of milk you should drink to have sufficient calcium and phosphorus. Second thing, you should eat green vegetables to stay healthy. Okay. Now we have discussed about the bone. Cartilage is remaining. Now I am coming to the proper in that ligament. Two bones can be connected to each other by another type of connective tissue called ligament. This tissue is very elastic. Question can be asked, who is joining bones to bone? Bones to bones. Okay, ligament joins bones to bones. This tissue is very elastic. It has considerable strength. Ligaments contain very little matrix and connect bones with bones. Here we ends ligament. Now it's time for tendon. Tendril connect muscle to bones. Tendril connects muscle to bones and are another type of connective tissue. Tendrils are fibrous tissue with great strength but limited flexibility. Ligament is flexible. Okay. Another type of connective tissue. Now we have discussed these two, ligament and tendrils, bones and blood. Now I am discussing about cartilage. Very widely spaced cell. The solid matrix is composed of protein and sugar. Please underline. Cartilage smoothens bone surface at the joints and also present in the nose. Where cartilage is present? Nose, ear, tracheas, larynx. Okay. We can fold the cartilage of the ear, but we cannot bend the bones in our arms. Now cartilage is completed, bone completed, blood completed, ligament completed, tendon completed. Now areolar and adipose and limbs, three are remaining. Now I am discussing about adipose. Areolar connective tissue is found between skin and muscle. Where it is found? Underline, skin and muscle, around blood vessel and nerves, in the bone marrow. It fills the space inside the organ, support internal organs and help in repair of tissue. Helps in repair of tissue. Now adipose store the fat. Who store the fat? Adipose. Fat storing adipose tissue is found below the skin and between the internal organ. The cell of this tissue are filled with fat globules. Storage of fat also let it act as an insulator. Okay, so now only thing that is remaining, I think here limbs is not discussed in this portion. So we will discuss about the limbs. Okay, I will explain you what is the limbs and what is the importance of the limbs. So this is clear. Blood, bone, cartilage, areolar, adipose, ligament and tendon. Who connect bones to bones? Ligament. Who connects bone to the muscles to the bone? Tendon. Now dear students, nerve cell. Nerve cell is very important. Nerve cell has dendrite, synapse. Already you have learned this thing in the 8th standard. Diagram also you are knowing how to draw. Dear students, the tendril is very sensitive, is pass the message to the spinal cord. Spinal cord transfer this electrical impulses to the brain. In the 10th standard you will study about control and coordination. Who controls our body and how the coordination take place inside our body. Our control and the coordination is dependent on electrical impulses and chemical impulses. Chemical impulses means hormones. Okay. Now this was the nerve cell and one thing is only remaining, that is muscular. Now we will discuss about the muscular tissue connects to an elongated cell also called muscular fiber. This tissue is responsible for the movement in your body. The muscles are also called skeletal muscles as they are mostly attached to the bones and help in the body movement. Under the microscope, this muscle shows alternate light and dark bands. As a result, they are also called striated muscles. Okay. These cells of this tissue are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated, having many nuclei. The movement of food in alimentary canal or contraction and the relaxation of blood vessels are involuntary muscles. We cannot really start them or stop them simply by wanting to do so. Involuntary means हमारा उसके ऊपर कोई कंट्रोल नहीं होता. We cannot stop breathing. We cannot stop heartbeats. We cannot stop kidney to purify the bloods. Okay, we cannot stop them. So they all are involuntary. Okay, now, or involuntary muscles control such as movement. They are also found in the iris of the eyes. Yes, in uterus, in the bronchi of the lungs. The cells are long with the pointed ends and uninucleated. They are also called unstriated muscles. The muscles of the heart show rhythmic contraction relaxation throughout life. These involuntary muscles are called cardiac. Okay, this is known as cardiac. Heart muscle cells are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleated. I hope, dear students, with the use of the textbook and with the use of the flow chart, you are able to understand this each and every point. Lymph means, dear students, it carries digested food and proteins to the plasma. Okay, who carries digestive food and the proteins to the plasma? That is limbs. Okay, so now anything is not remaining in the sixth chapter. Plant tissue we have discussed, animal tissue we have discussed. Here the chapter tissue ends. Now I am going to do an experiment. Animated video. We are going to help of an animated video. Please give me a review related to that animated video session. Okay, thanks for watching this video, dear students. Thank you so much.